The New Orleans Saints open up this week 6-0 and taking on the San Francisco 49ers at home. We're looking to keep that undefeated season alive. Welcome back, everyone, to the New Orleans Saints franchise. We're going to be starting off with San Francisco's first possession here. They got Trey Lance in at quarterback, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception on the season. So unlike Jameis Winston, he is taking care of the football. And based on what we're seeing here in the early going, looks like they're going to be running the football a lot. And with Trey Lance at the helm, you know that he's going to take off every now and then, coming from the 36 all the way, making everybody miss all the way up to about the 22-yard line. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. I don't know what the heck happened there. I'm trying to make a tackle on the guy, and he's just not making the tackle. He's not getting the animation. Frustrating. But either way, 3rd and 8 turns to 4th and 16 after Shy Tuttle gets a big sack right here. Rookie kicker right down Broadway. Right down the middle. 49ers take the lead here 3-0. So our defense gives up the early points to San Francisco. Could have been worse based on the first couple of plays there. But our defense bend but don't break at this point. Here's Winston on 2nd down and 8. Going to fire up the middle. Almost picked off by Fred Warner. Take a look at the replay here really quick to just see how close that was. Just a little delayed reaction there by Fred. That's okay. That's why he plays defense. 2nd down and 10. Pass completed here to Adam Troutman. He's going to take this from the 33 to the 45 for a gain of 12. That's a big first down, and Kyle Shanahan's asking what in the heck is going on defensively. We're going to take it. 3rd down and 10, just out of the reach of Michael Thomas. So we're going to have to punt the football away, and Deebo Samuel not going to be able to make this catch. Nice play out there by Paulson Adebo. So Adebo covering Debo, you could say. One Debo and the other Debo. They're not the same name. Pass completed to Chris Olave after a missed field goal from San Francisco. So we are charging towards the end zone. 5-yard line here. Ryan Armstrong, his first carry of the ball game. Actually make that the second carry of the ball game there. Going to get to the 1-yard line 3 times. We're going to get stuffed there. That's unfortunate. So 4th and goal. We're going for this. We're not trying to tie this thing up. We're trying to take the lead here. And Kamara checks in. Is our playmaker. Don't give it to the rookie in that situation, and we can't get the push that we need. So it is a turnover on downs. San Francisco will push past being backed up back there. Almost picked off by Marshawn Lattimore, but this is picked off. Can't catch the name here, but San Francisco will get the turnover here. So we've got missed opportunity here for the Saints to get a pick. San Francisco gets a pick. However, 3rd down and 10, we got pressure on Trey Lance, and Tyrann Mathieu comes up with a pick. So there you go. Whatever you guys are going to do, we're going to do it right back. Love it. 3rd down and 5 with 35 seconds in the second quarter. Winston going to try to fire this thing. He's got a couple receivers there on the left side, and that's going to be a big sack by Javon Kinlaw, and we will go into the half with a score of 3-0. Defensive battle, to say the least. So in this type of defensive game, what do we got to do here? Well, I'm trying to open this thing up a little bit. So we're going to focus on trying to run the ball a little bit more with Kamara. It's going to kill some clock. It's going to wear down the defense a little bit and open up for good opportunities like this one on 2nd down and 5 after running the football, getting to a 2nd down and manageable. We get a big-time first down here to Kamara. Pass completed on 2nd down and 12. We got to throw. And that's a great play design there for Michael Thomas to get wide open. He picks up the first down. So going from the 36 to the 35, we got a 3rd and 5. And that's going to be dropped by Chris Olave. He had some pressure on him, so I don't blame him for the drop. Started hearing some footsteps. We do tie the game up with a field goal, and then our defense still continuing to play really, really well here, getting a tackle for a loss on a screen pass that's going to go backwards. A -8 on the play. 3rd and 15, and here's the pass. Incomplete. There to Brandon Ayuk. 3rd down and 2. Our first big run play of the football game. Alvin Kamara going from the 50 to the 38. 3rd down and 2. Pass completed to Chris Olave. Takes a big hit from Fred Warner, but he's not going to stop Olave from getting the first down. Another 3rd down and long situation here for the Saints. Here's a pass completed to wide open Adam Troutman. Takes another big hit from Fred Warner. Always got to be wary of where that guy is on the field. 13-yard line here, 1st down and 10, and we can't get the screen pass off. That's Kinlaw again with another sack. Number 2 on the game, leading to a 3rd down and 17. There's really nobody open. We're just going to fire this thing to Michael Thomas, but He almost came down with that. That's what's crazy about that. Even though there was a low percentage chance he was going to come down with that catch, he almost did. Which is just, it's just nuts how good that guy is. But Will Lutz will break the tie. We're up 6-3. This continues to be a defensive slugfest. And take a look at Tyrann Mathieu. He sniffed that play out from the very beginning, the Honey Badger, with the instinctive play. Again, just stay home, wait for that read option, and make the tackle, which he did. So the Saints, we failed to do our job on the other end in the fourth quarter, trying to kill some clock here with a lead. 6-3 still, and we've got another read option there for Trey Lance. He takes a big hit from Marcus May. Gets to 2nd down and 2. So this is interesting. Trey Lance, read option again, to the right. Mathieu makes the tackle. And are we really going to give up a touchdown here? Our undefeated season is on the line, guys. 2-yard line, we're going after Trey Lance. We get him in the backfield. Getting him at the 6. Here comes Deebo Samuel. Almost into the end zone, but he's going to pick up 3. 3rd down and 3. Got to play good defensively here. Here comes Trey Lance with a big hit. Zach Bond coming through big time. He's stopped at the 1-yard line, and it's decision time for the 49ers. What an amazing play right there by Zach Bond to make that tackle and lay the big boom on him as well. That set a tone, that set a statement. So with 57 seconds, Jameis Winston and the Saints offense, we got to get into field goal range, and it only took one play to get it. Big pass, big completion there to Marquez Callaway, and we are just going to run the football, killing that clock, killing San Francisco's timeouts. And on 3rd and 7, we've got the chip shot field goal. There's no reason to try to throw the ball around. Don't do anything stupid. Work this thing to 4th and 5. We do, and with the kick and the time expiring, the kick is up, and it is good. Saints will win this football game 9-6. That is the weirdest game that I've possibly ever played, as far as a score perspective goes. There's been a lot of weird games that I've played Madden, but this one for sure was just, it was very strange. Very, very strange. No touchdowns. Nobody had a touchdown in this game. So if you were playing these dudes on fantasy, if this was real life, everybody's a little bit upset because nobody hit pay dirt. Unless, of course, you had the defense, right? Or you had the kickers, then this was the game for you. But, yep, up on your screen, there are the statistics for the game. We had Marquez Callaway, actually 2 receptions for 36 yards. Obviously, he had the big one there to pretty much seal the football game. 1 pancake there for Trevor Penning. And defensively, I thought we played very, very well. We had 5 tackles for losses. Actually, 6. Let's count that up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tackles for losses there, and an interception by Tyrann Mathieu. So all in all, it was a very frustrating game offensively, but, the defense continues to be our strong point of this football team. Jameis Winston is getting media attention. Dennis Allen is talking about his performance, and unfortunately, I forgot that this was the case. Like, we needed to get Jameis some yardage. So chalk that one up to your boy not paying attention, but that's okay. It's all right. It's just a dev upgrade. That's it. It's just a dev boost. I'm fine with it. It would have been nice for Jameis to get that, but, he's not our long-term quarterback anyway, and honestly, the bigger picture at play here, that game did not call for everybody just kind of slinging it all over the football field. That was a grindy, running style of football game. Play good defense, run the ball, and I think we did just that. So week number 8, here we are inside Lambeau Field. Very tough place to play as usual, and then you got to go up against Aaron Rodgers. It is not going to be an easy game. Back-to-back plays here for the Saints. 2 first downs. It's a big run by Kamara and a big catch by Michael Thomas. 17-yard line caught out here to the 7. That's a big play right there for Traquan Smith. Going up against Jair Alexander. Never a tough test to go up against that guy. But here we go. Throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Thomas. Saints take the early lead, and it doesn't look like we're going to be stopped today. Offense looks legit. After coming off of that week against San Francisco where it looked dead, looks like we're here to play here in Lambeau. Great job on defense. Packers go 3 and out. Next possession for the Packers. 3rd down and 8. We've got back shoulder special. Aaron Rodgers. He's so tough when he does that. Christian Watson, what a play. What a great catch. 3rd down and 8 here for the Packers again. Another 3rd and long situation. And a great job there defensively by Marcus Lattimore to only hold the Packers to a field goal. Big hit on Jameis Winston, but he does get this off somehow, some way, and finds Chris Olave. Take a look at how many green jerseys there were tackling Jameis Winston on that play. I mean, they are getting so much pressure right now. Big catch here from Michael Thomas. We got to start getting some quick throws off because that defensive line is just getting way too much pressure on Winston. Pass completed here, 2nd and 10 to Michael Thomas yet again. 3rd down and 8 situation. We could settle for a field goal, but we're going to the end zone. Oh, they're going to rule Traquan Smith out of bounds? There is no way. There's no way. I'm challenging this because I think he caught this. He might have gotten the football over the goal line, which I think he does, but let's take one more look at this. His feet are there. He toe dragged it. Looks like he's just a couple inches short, so they will mark it at the 1-yard line. We do win the challenge, so Dennis Allen looks like a genius at this point. 1st down and goal here in the 2nd quarter. 4:37. They are giving it to us. Look at this. This is amazing. Look at it. There's nobody there to stop Brian Armstrong. We got enough push, but it just didn't matter. They had too many gaps. Too many gaps on the defensive line in order to stop somebody at the goal line, no less. So that shotgun formation must have really thrown him off. But it's still 14-3 here. Minute 55. Time's running out in the 2nd quarter, and Peyton Turner with a big sack, forcing the Packers now to 2nd down and 20. They're going to kick this out here to Aaron Jones. Going to get pushed out of bounds, picking up a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 16. Rodgers flushed out of the pocket. Got to throw off his back foot, and incomplete. Looking for the right sideline. Field goal attempt. A long one. A 60-yard field goal. No good. Off of the upright. So 3rd and 13. Winston hit as he's thrown. Is that a roughing the passer? There's no way. Oh, a defensive PI. Wow. They're going to get Quay Walker with the penalty there. 2nd down and 2. That gives the Saints another chance, more life. And that life gets quickly sapped away from us thanks to the coverage of Adrian Amos. Unbelievable. I mean, it looked like Ryan Armstrong was wide open there, and Amos comes in and gets the INT. Just, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. 3rd down and 7, though. Little pass to the right. Completed, but not enough time left on the clock to do anything. The Packers will settle for just killing the clock. And we will, too. We'll kill the clock off. We could have called the timeout there, but I don't know. We had only a couple seconds to do anything. And to start the 3rd quarter, look at Aaron Jones go. That's a beastly run. Throwing Tyrann Mathieu to the ground, breaking off a couple other tackles, and look at the run blocking. I mean, that is a beautiful, beautiful run, and Tyrann Mathieu got nothing. Nothing but dirt, nothing but a face full of a stiff arm. That sucks. But Robert Tonyan going to find a way to get that 2-point conversion, and it's 14-11. It's a very weird score. I don't know why they'd go for 2 there. It's just a very interesting call. Like, make it a 3-point game in the 3rd quarter? I don't know. I don't think anybody does that. Either way, that is the score. Great catch there by Adam Troutman, by the way. Way to cut that pass trajectory off and make the incredible catch there. So that tight end is looking real good for the future of the Saints. I like me some Adam Troutman right now. Saints are moving the football here. About 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And, you know, hindsight's 20/20. That defense is really coming after Winston. And in that situation, I don't want to take too big of a sack. So we call a draw on 3rd and 4. Didn't get anywhere. We kick the field goal 17-11. So we're up by 6. 3rd and 3. Hand off to Jones. Nothing going. Great job defensively there by Bradley Roby to come on in and make the play. Saints defense really rocking here in these last couple of weeks. Winston, play action, fires up the middle, looking for Chris Olave, finds him from the 34 to the 43. That will end the 3rd quarter. And to start off the 4th, look at this drop in the buckets. Chris Olave, great catch. 1st down again. Saints moving the ball. We're going to hand it off here to Alvin Kamara. He gets a big run. So now the pass is opening up the running game, it looks like. Got a little read option play called here. Winston handing it off to Ryan Armstrong. It's got a little hole going from the 15 to the 6. Packers fans know what's coming here. They don't like this situation for their football team. 3rd down and 3. Pressure on Winston, and he just makes an errant throw into the ground. But that's okay, because we're going to be up by 9 if Will Lutz can nail this field goal, and it looks like he will, right down the middle. It is 20-11, so still Packers with that 11 up on the scoreboard. Just very, very strange, but 2nd down and 2. The defense comes up clutch again as Pete Werner. Look at this. If it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be Demario Davis. We got some big pressure there from our 2 middle linebackers. 3rd down and 5. Rodgers, shotgun formation in a bunch. Pass completed. No! Christian Watson dropped it. He dropped it. 4th down and 5, though. They will pick it up. That sucks. We had him right where we wanted him. Pass going to be floated to the right. Almost intercepted there by Marshawn Lattimore. 4th down and 11. They'll settle for a field goal attempt here to get this thing to 20-14 if they can drill it. They had some problems earlier, and it's just going to squeak on through. Up by 6. The Saints need another field goal at minimum. We just need another score. Armstrong with 2:30 left to go. That's a big time 1st down right there. We can kill some more clock. Get a little draw play called here. Armstrong picks up a nice chunk of change there. Good 4-yard gain. Armstrong again, nothing doing. Packers really selling out for that run. They know what's up. They know we're trying to kill that clock, and they're going to start calling some timeouts here. Pass going to be thrown, completed. Wow, what a catch right there. Packers will call their 2nd timeout. They will call their last one as we're just trying to kill that clock again. We got a 3rd down and 9 situation. Kamara, again, it's similar to what was going on here with the 49ers. We don't need to be throwing the football all over the place. You kick a field goal up here, and you go up by a couple scores again. Just the smart thing to do. You got 25 seconds. There's no way they can beat you. They throw a touchdown here, whatever. They have no timeouts. They got nothing going for them. Like, that field goal sealed the deal, and the Saints will remain undefeated, guys. We are 8-0 on the season. Love it. Love it. This is insane. Honestly, this is insane. The team lost so much talent. We got rid of Cameron Jordan. What else happened in the offseason? We had to let go of Jarvis Landry, some more defensive pieces like David Onyemata, Marcus Davenport. I mean, we lost a lot on defense, yet still the defense is remaining to be a focal point for us. Our running game has been solid. Our passing game has been better now that we've kind of leaned more into running. Michael Thomas had a big game here today, 7 catches for a touchdown as well. And Olave is really stepping up into that Jarvis Landry role. Traquan Smith didn't have too bad of a game either, so he's a nice little 3rd wide receiver here for this unit. 10 tackles for Davis, 9 for Bradley Roby. Like, a cornerback that's going to be making that many tackles is really chipping in the run support, which is really nice to see. And he had 1 sack, no picks for Rodgers. So, as you guys know, for channel points, one of the questions was, are we going to win this football game against the Falcons? It's going to be simulated, and we don't. The Week 9 loss is our first on the season, and it just happens to be at the hands of a division rival in Atlanta. So we lose 34-28. Ritter went crazy. 361, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and Winston, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He had 75% completion. He had a great game. Running game was awesome as well. Only a couple attempts for Kamara and 106 with a touchdown, so he busted off some big gains right there. And we'll take a look at the passing totals here. 2 touchdowns for Chris Olave and 1 for Adam Troutman. Everybody else kind of just chipped in a little bit. And only 1 sack given up by Andrews Pete. Defensively, like, you can get the feel for how this game went. 12 tackles, 14 tackles. It's obvious that they just dinked and dunked on us all game and just killed a lot of clock, which is pretty smart. It's a good game plan, and we lost by a touchdown. We lost by 1 score. So it is what it is. We're still 8-1. I'm okay with that. But due to the loss, Dennis Allen doesn't like that, and we're going to be working our guys there in the bye week. It could pay off. It could also be really detrimental to our team in the long haul. After the bye week, you guys are time to recoup. But we decide not to do that. So we'll see how it all pans out. But unfortunately, I think that it might be at a cost. Let's talk prospects. Draft class has officially been created, guys. It's finalized. The only thing that needs some tweaks is we got to get through the Cajun 6 dynasty for Season 2. Therefore, we know who the Heisman winners were, who the award winners were, And I'll be talking to you guys more about the draft class here in the next couple of days, I'm sure. Next couple uploads, since we're starting to near that point where college football playoffs being talked about. We got awards to be talking about, who's going to win the Heisman, types of things like that. So not really positive on who the big-time playmakers are going to be in this draft class quite yet. We still got a lot to hash out. But unfortunately for the Saints, again, I think that we're really struggling coming off of that bye week now, because we just lost to the Colts, who are a very good team, by the way, being quarterbacked by Alan McAllister and have a wide receiver by the name of Ezra Frost. If you guys remember that name from USC in the UL Monroe dynasty. But Alan McAllister, he beat us. He beat us. Coming off of that bye week, that's unfortunate. You got to wonder if working your guys too hard is going to be a problem for us. But only losing by, I think, what was it, 11? Did we lose 42-31? I'll have to take a look at that score one more time. But defensively, we had a lot of opportunities to make a lot of plays, a lot of tackles all over the place. And Alan McAllister was perfect. So yes, we did lose 42-31, but we do, in this Titans game, have an opportunity to get Pete Werner a dev trait boost, which I think he's definitely deserved of that. He's a good player in real life. I'm actually surprised that given his talent level, he was a normal dev to start this franchise. But we lose again, 34-28, but Pete Werner gets his dev trait boost, which I'm happy about. Unfortunately, with that loss, it's kind of like the Jameis Winston thing. Like, it sucks for Jameis Winston, but I'm glad we got the win. On the flip side, I like it for Pete Werner, but it sucks that we lost. So it's like, at least we get a little something for the loss, so to speak, right? So this next upcoming game here against the Falcons, we're going to simulate this one as well. And Jameis Winston gets another opportunity to get a dev trait boost. We'll see what happens in this football game. We lose. Again, we are on a 4-game losing streak, and this next game against Carolina, they are 7-5. If we lose again, and they're no slouch, we could find ourselves like falling out of the playoff picture. Winston does play well enough to get the dev trait upgrade, which is amazing to me because I feel really bad that we did not focus on him in that game against the 49ers. He could have had it like 3 or 4 weeks earlier than that, which I think it's cool that he ended up getting it anyway through Sim. So star dev for Jameis Winston, that was a little snapshot of your playoff picture, and you guys can see the schedule of what has all happened. We beat the Packers, you lose to the Falcons twice in this stretch, and we did not win a game coming out of the bye week. So we got 5 weeks to figure this thing out, and time is ticking. The clock is ticking, and I'm getting a little nervous that we might just miss the postseason, which the purpose of this series is to see, based on the cap issues that this team is facing, how young can you get and can you keep making the playoffs every single season? That's the goal for us in this series. If we can't do it, you could chalk this series up as a failure, at least as far as the secondary goal, I guess you will. The primary goal of this series is, of course, to rebuild the Saints, to win a Super Bowl with this team, just at least one. But the secondary goal is just to make the postseason every single year. You don't want to miss, ever. Statistics, I think our team's playing well. I mean, Demario Davis, we're only in week, I think, 12 or 13 here, and he's already upwards of 111 tackles total. That's insane to me. So he's getting a lot of opportunities here in our defense to still be that leader of our D. And 5 sacks for Peyton Turner. That's going to do him a lot of good with his development as a youngster. Marshawn Lattimore, only 3 interceptions. He had 11 last season. Will Lutz has been perfect through extra points, through field goals. He's been money. And look at this. Tyler Huntley and Desmond Ridder, of all quarterbacks, they're in our division, and they're number 1 and number 2 as far as passing yards go. What is that? What is going on? Meanwhile, you've got the number 1 pick, not overall pick, but Darnell Bourgeois, Rain Rowe, Pat Mahomes, other quarterbacks here that are rookies that are upwards in the top rank for passing yards go. You got Clint Turner. I hate Clint Turner. This dude had a 47 or like 46 completion percentage in college at Pittsburgh in the Cajun 6 dynasty, and yet he's here at the NFL like doing stuff. I don't know. It's just weird. It's frustrating. It's a little frustrating. Jameis Winston, I like seeing that star dev right next to him. I like seeing that. 21 touchdowns, 12 picks. He's on pace to have less interceptions than he did last year, but his completion percentage is just a tick lower than a year ago. So just interesting that in the sim and the playbook and the scheme that we're running now is a little more run focused. So I think it's helping him. I do. Despite the 4-game losing streak that we're on, we're not getting blown out, but our defense is actually giving up a lot of points. So, I mean, I kind of expected that. I mentioned it to you guys earlier. We lost a lot of players on defense, a lot of big-time players, key players. So, it is what it is. But through simulation, I think we're hanging in there. I think this season has been more effective for Jameis Winston than last year, of course. I think those interceptions, he threw a lot of them, but I believe he had a fairly solid season all the way around. A couple of your running back leaders here. Got a couple names like Jermaine Johnson, Dustin Perry. I saw Alvin Kamara's up there in the top 10 with rushing yards. Wide receivers, some familiar faces here. Marvin Jones, Chris Godwin. There's Landry for the Detroit Lions. Oh, Kadarius Toney just got traded to the Chiefs in real life, but of course, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase is up there, Scary Terry, Cooper Kupp, Evans, Pitts, Renfro, Thielen. Like, just the same names that you always see up there. Michael Thomas is in the top at least 20, I believe that is. Maybe top 25 at least. But, yeah, overall, I think we've got a couple players on our squad that are, you know, they're holding their own. They're hanging in there. Thomas, Kamara, Winston. Didn't see any of our other guys in there. I would have liked to see, like, Adam Trout. There's Troutman. Yep, Troutman, Olave. Yep, right, hanging in there with a rookie, Kevin McRae, Slayton, Gerald Everett. Yeah, so overall, I think our offense is playing well. Our defense needs to step up just a little bit in simulation. I think in gameplay, they're great. But in simulation, they are giving up a lot of points. Our offense is hanging in there, too, to kind of help the defense. But, man, oh, man. It's got to get fixed up. Now I'm looking at the sack total because I saw Trevor Penning have 7, and I want to know, like, is that a lot at this stage in the game? It's actually not. Like, we're seeing guys giving up 17, 15, 9, and he's above average right now. So I'm really proud of Trevor Penning at the left tackle position. I think he's going to be a mainstay for us for the next few seasons in this series, as long as he keeps that trajectory of continuing on to progress. But as far as sacks go, I want to see some Saints up there, and I don't. Peyton Turner was our sack leader at 5. So that's, you know, we're just not getting enough turnovers. We're not getting enough pressure, and that's really what's the difference between last season and this season as far as our defense goes. But, guys, that is going to do it for the episode here today. Leave a like if you like this thing, and I will see you next Thursday for more Saints action. Make sure you guys are tuning into the Sunday live stream for channel points, because that's really going to show you what games are going to be up on tap, what games are going to be simulated. And I really want to, next Thursday's episode, get through the regular season. I want to basically make it a playoff push type of video. See if we're going to make it. We're coming off a 4-game losing streak. We got 5 games left to go. With all of the movement and the shaking that's happening in the NFC right now with these teams winning and losing. Like, look at Atlanta. They are the 6th seed, so they've got a couple wins on us. Are we going to make the postseason? That's really going to be the question here. With this young team, we're going to find a way to get back here and make, hopefully, another run to the Super Bowl. It remains to be seen, guys, but we will for sure try to end the regular season in the next episode. So I don't know if I'm going to play all 5 games. Probably not. I'm going to throw some simulation in there as well. But that's what's on the docket next time on the Saints franchise. And take a look at the Cajun 6 video that posts on Saturday, because we're really going to try to get through the entire season there as well, because then that's going to really help us set up for the draft class and kind of some guys to talk about, guys to focus on when the next Saints video comes around next Thursday. So that's kind of the game plan, the agenda, the schedule, whatever you want to call it. But that's going to do it for the video here today, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.